Welcome back to another one of our conversations with the dead. Today, we will be talking to Michael Jackson, and there is no one in the world who doesn't know who that is. Known as the King of Pop, Michael Jackson was a best-selling American singer, songwriter, and dancer. As a child, Michael, as he was known to his fans, became the lead singer of his family's popular Motown group, the Jackson 5. He went on to a solo career of astonishing worldwide success, delivering #1 hits from the albums Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Thriller remains one of the best-selling albums in history. The 13-time Grammy Award winner died in 2009 at age 50, just before launching a comeback tour. Michael was kind enough to accept talking to us now, 16 years after his tragic death, and we are very grateful to him and the handlers that made this posthumous interview possible. Thank you, Michael. I can call you Michael, right?
Sure, that's my name.
Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to this interview. This is absolutely exciting. To see you again and have you speak to the millions of people who are going to be listening to this interview. And I am personally thrilled with the opportunity. Let me start by asking you what we ask every one of the dead we talk to. Do you know if you are in heaven or in hell?
No, I don't. It's funny. Before I died, I wasn't sure if there was a heaven and a hell. But when I died and ended up here, I thought it would be one or the other. But now I don't think it's either. It's not a bad place, so it's not hell. But it's not amazing like we were told heaven would be. There was a message yesterday saying that there will be significant changes in our arrangements soon. But they didn't say when, so I don't know. Maybe it's purgatory.
Who made that announcement? And what do they mean when they say soon? What does soon mean where you are? I see that there is a clock on the wall behind you, but it doesn't have any hands. No seconds, minutes, or hours hands.
Yeah, these clocks are all over the place. None of them have hands. But they are always ticking, but no hands. Time here is different. Just to give you an idea, I saw Mozart the other day, and when I asked him how long he has been here, he said, "Oh, just a couple of weeks. Since I died," he said. I know he died 200 years before I died. In fact, I was surprised when you said I had been here 16 years.
All of this is really beyond comprehension. Honestly, all the dead that we interviewed say that they don't know whether they are in heaven or in hell. Before you died, were you religious? Today, are you still of the same convictions, or have you changed your views?
I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. My mother was very devout, and I even went door to door in disguise to share the faith. But by 1987, I officially left the church. I still prayed, read the Bible, and often said I tried to imitate Jesus in loving and caring for children. My good friend Elizabeth Taylor tried to convert me to Judaism. I loved Elizabeth. She was always there for me. But it was not for me. I found that the Old Testament preached a lot of violence. I prefer the New Testament. It is closer to what I believe religion should be. Toward the end of my life, I accepted Christ, but in a very private manner.
Has being dead changed your beliefs? Have you seen anything to make you believe differently? Did you run into people from the Bible, maybe Jesus or Moses? Do you discuss these issues with other dead people? There must be people of different faiths here. Don't you all debate or discuss those issues?
Not much. There are no debates on these issues here. I have no idea why, but these issues don't seem like a subject of interest here. Things were different when I was alive. I still think a lot about my life, when I was alive and the issues that bothered me, and the why of my death, just as when I was very excited about my comeback. I had 50 concerts scheduled and the tickets sold.
Can you tell us more about that? Your death in 2009. How long after your death did you end up here? And what made your doctor give you those pills that led to your death?
My death in 2009 was ruled a homicide due to propofol intoxication. I trusted my doctor to take care of me. Instead, what he gave me killed me. I I wish I could go back and perform again. I feel like my mission was cut short. Then there were other things I felt I still had to fight, like the accusations of pedophilia. The accusations hurt my health, career, and reputation deeply. They were lies, and they tormented me. There was no truth to any of the accusations. I was always cleared in the courts. But the rumors placed me in a state of depression for long periods. I also felt crushed by the demands of fame and the expectation to deliver perfection.
You had tens of millions of fans from all over the world. But how was your relation with other celebrities? Did you dislike any of them? Did you have a special relation with any? You already mentioned Elizabeth Taylor. Were there others?
With Prince, the rivalry ate at me. When Thriller and Purple Rain defined the decade, I felt constant comparison. Prince refusing to duet on Bad made me feel dismissed. The rivalry pushed me to innovate, but it also made me anxious and competitive, always needing to prove I was the best. Losing Paul McCartney's friendship after I bought the Beatles catalog hurt me deeply. I admired him, and when he felt betrayed, I felt misunderstood. That feud taught me how business could destroy personal bonds, leaving me wary of mixing friendship with money. Then there was Eminem's mockery. When Eminem mocked me in Just Lose It, I felt humiliated. I had endured years of tabloid ridicule, and seeing another artist amplify that pain was crushing. It reinforced my sense that the industry could be cruel, and it made me more defensive about my image. But maybe the worst was Jermaine's resentment. My own brother's jealousy cut deep. His public criticism reminded me that even family could fracture under fame. It left me feeling betrayed and lonely, despite millions of fans. It deepened my loneliness, making me rely on a small circle of friends like Elizabeth Taylor, Kathy Hilton, and Macaulay Culkin. Also Chris Tucker.
You seem pretty relaxed now, and your voice seems different. Did you know then that people thought you sounded inauthentic in your interviews? People would say you sounded fake.
People often said I seemed too soft-spoken, guarded, or even rehearsed in interviews. I was aware of that. The truth is, I was extremely shy off stage. Performing was my safe space, but in interviews, I felt exposed. I tried to protect my privacy, especially with the media constantly scrutinizing me. I also had a very deliberate way of speaking, gentle, careful, sometimes high-pitched, which some thought was fake. But that was really my natural voice and manner. Friends and family often said I was much more relaxed and playful in private. So yes, I knew the public sometimes thought I wasn't being authentic, but it wasn't an act. It was me trying to balance my shy nature with the pressure of being Michael Jackson in front of the world.
Do you have a chance to produce any music or to record, sing, write? Or these kinds of things don't happen much here? Do you and the other dead people listen to music? Concerts, go dancing, or do any of that?
We listen to a lot of music, all the time. But not by us, or at least not by me. I haven't sung, played, or written anything, but we listen to a lot of music, including people I didn't know before I died. In fact, if you want to know something, had I lived, I would have totally changed the genre of music I did in my career. I've been listening to different types of music here, and I would have liked to try something similar. I'll give you a couple of examples. Let's see. There's RYX, an Australian musician. I love his work. I think he was influenced by Ravi Shankar, or in any case, his music reminds me of Ravi Shankar. I only got to know of him once I was dead. I also enjoy James Blunt and David Gray, both of them English singer-songwriters. Had I lived longer, I would have liked to experiment, either in the RYX genre or that of the Two Englishmen. If you don't know who they are, look them up.
I would have loved to hear you doing James Blunt. I also love that musician. But how do you listen to them? Do you have access to the outside world?
We have internet. We can watch television. And a lot of us here have access to email. We can receive emails, but we cannot reply or send anything out. We can only communicate with those already dead.
This is amazing. You can communicate with a lot of people. All these great people of the past. Who are you in contact with? Musicians, actors, writers?
I am in touch with Elizabeth Taylor a lot. I also see Elvis, and occasionally we have a beer together with some other musicians. There are a lot of interesting people around, but not all of them speak English. They gave us a Japanese invention that does instant translation for practically all languages. You just put it in your ear like an earphone, and it translates to your own language immediately. But it's not as much fun as speaking the same language. I have used it to talk to Mozart, Beethoven, and on occasion to Che Guevara and Benito Mussolini.
Why in hell would you talk to Mussolini? Okay, that's interesting, I guess. Oh, I was just told that our time is up. It was wonderful to meet you. I have to rush to the land of the living, otherwise I get stuck here forever. So, gotta go. Bye-bye, and again, thanks. Bye.